29 years ago, the world found out that we were not alone on our planet. Aliens have been living alongside us for God knows how long, protected and hidden from our sight through a sophisticated network that not only allowed them to appear as regular people to our human eyes, but let them control the thoughts and minds of the entire human populace. When the signal was broken by a small group of resistance fighters who discovered the truth, we, the people, revolted. Fearing for their lives, the aliens retreated to the far reaches whence they came. All technology allowing the aliens to return to Earth was destroyed, and mankind was once again free. Now, in the present, mankind has continued to thrive due to our renewed sense of unity and the learning of the alien technology. We live in a golden age of peace, one where currency has been abolished and companies take care of their employees by providing food, clothing, life care, and housing, all in exchange for your hard work. Crime and homelessness have all but been eliminated due to public resources who are able to offer temporary food, clothing, life care, and housing, all in exchange for labor services. Access to first world resources in third world countries has resulted in a severe decline in third world wars. We have become one with our planet. Clean energy is standard. All foods are organic. Our weather patterns have been restored to normal. People are healthier, happier, and every one of us has the same opportunity to achieve a rich and prosperous life. But there are those who wish to see our golden age crumble. These terrorists are not like those of the past. Their battlefield is not some faraway country. It's right here in our own living rooms. These terrorists use mass media to spread their propaganda, from videos on social media all the way up to attacking television and radio networks in order to broadcast their pirate signal. They seek to create social unrest and would have the populace believe that there is a secret society who controls every aspect of the world, including the very minds of the people. Do not believe their lies. The ideas these terrorists believe spit in the very face of what we, the people, fought for 29 years ago and achieved. There is no organization known as the Illuminati. No organization controls anything in this world. We, the human race, controls this world. And we, the human race, will not submit to these terrorists. Let us not forget what we fought for. Let us not forget how far we have come.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to ZTV Presents Pitches. I am your host, as always, Paiper Zombie, and today we're getting into the newest project I've been working on, They Still Live. Since I've already given up the plot in that neat little intro I hope you all enjoyed, let's just go ahead and jump in and talk about the legacy that spawned this pitch. They Live is a John Carpenter film that was released in 1988. It was his return to sci-fi horror following 1982's The Thing, and the two couldn't be more opposite from each other. I was a kid when this was released, and I only wanted to see it because it had Roddy Piper in it. This was during a time when certain WWF wrestlers were trying to make their transition over into movies. So back then, if a movie came out and had one of the good guy wrestlers in it, I was all over it. The basic premise of They Live is that Roddy Piper's character, a man named John Nada, comes across a pair of sunglasses that allows him to see that humanity is being controlled through subliminal messaging hidden in all forms of mass media and all forms of products. It's on the television, it's on billboards, it's in magazines, it's even on money. Then he finds out something worse. He can also see the people who are doing the controlling. But ultimately, it leads to Roddy Piper and the makers of the sunglasses, who you find out are actually an underground resistance who knows the truth about what's going on in the world, moving to disrupt the signal that's keeping everybody else in the world from seeing the truth. And the film ends just as the signal is broken and all of humanity can see. They Still Live stands as a sequel that picks up in real time, 29 years later, and it's the story of what happened to the world after they found out the truth. Our main character in They Still Live is a man by the name of Noah. He's just an average family man with a normal life. He's got the wife, he's got the kid, pretty straight-laced guy, doesn't break any rules. He's hoping to get a promotion so he can move into a higher tier, which will mean that he can move him and his family out of their apartment and into their first house. Everything is looking good. But by sheer accident, he becomes privy to some information that stirs a curiosity in him. That curiosity leads into the fight of his life. Noah's wife, Kathleen, begins to notice her husband's growing paranoia and obsession with supposed terrorists, and finds herself at a crossroads once she finds out that her husband has actually made contact with them. She thinks the terrorists are terrorists and doesn't know if she should turn him in or if she should believe what they're saying. Taylor is Noah and Kathleen's daughter. She's in her early teens and is on the outside looking in when it comes to her parents and their growing discord with each other. She's not sure what to make of her father's sudden stance against her use of any form of social media. Of course, this sparks her curiosity, but just as she's coming close to the truth, she's abducted. The cryptic message left behind could be from the Illuminati or the terrorists in a bid to sustain Noah's loyalty to them. Alright, on the other side of the fence, we've got the terrorists. We've got George, who's the leader of the group that Noah makes contact with. Think of him like Morpheus from the Matrix, but less enigmatic and more straightforward and gruff. He's an older dude who's been in the fight for a long time. The things he knows and the words he speaks seem almost prophetic to Noah. It's enough to make him eventually question if the terrorists and the Illuminati are one and the same. Nadine is George's wife, and she's like the right hand of things. She's less with the gruff, more with the short. It's apparent that she's been in the fight for a long time too. Once Kathleen joins the fight, she opens up to Noah more and reveals that George and herself had kids once. It was something that happened to them that put her and George back into the fight. However, she won't say what that event was. When asked, she just says that the Illuminati made a horrible mistake when they did it. Last but not least on the terrorist side, we have Daryl, who's like a surrogate son to George and Nadine. He leads the terrorist colony's team that hacks into the networks of the mainstream media to broadcast their pirate signal. Like a few others in the camp, he has a barcode on the back of his neck. When Noah asks him about it, Daryl initially says it's a tattoo. It's only after Taylor is abducted that he reveals the truth and is able to prove to Noah and Kathleen that no terrorist pod was responsible for her abduction. That would pretty much be it for the main characters. Like everything else would just be like supporting characters and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and move on to inspiration. I know it sounds silly, but sometimes you find inspiration in all kinds of odd places. And it was a clip that I saw on YouTube that inspired this whole project. And I'll go ahead and show it to you. Don't worry, it's nothing vulgar.
If we start at the back of the brain, we've switched off my visual cortex, so made me unable to see things. If we move a little bit forward in the brain, we've interfered with people's ability and my ability to see faces. A little bit further forward, we've interfered with the ability to perform actions. Start moving your finger.
Quite odd.
It's not your finger anymore.
It's not my finger anymore.
We've interfered with the ability to compute with numbers.
6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Yes.
We've interfered with the ability to speak.
London Bridge, London Bridge, London Bridge is falling down.
You think of something you can do, and we've basically interfered with it with this machine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So what's the problem?
I don't know.
Well, a very, very heavy rotation tonight. We had a very Darrison. Let's go to Terrace and look for the head of the pit.
Reporting from our Rock County Bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Thanks, Margot.
Well, Wisconsin has officially joined 25 other states in a lawsuit against President Obama's health care reform law. Attorney General J.B. Van Hollen says Wisconsin is the latest state, including Iowa, Kansas, Maine, Ohio, and Wyoming, to join Florida's suit. The states claiming the Exorcist, Sa Unchisracho, and Palais Bringritz by health urgent.
Now, Defense Minister McLeod did confirm today that more than 54 18 fighter jets are spending about as much as 20 and ready to assist the 100 deployed over the amount needed. Now, it did depend that how the NOLAN remerges our end, while the university or the UN mission as whole received support from all batteries in the hues of the garbins of today. Excuse me. I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah,
Now tell me that mess ain't creepy. That first newscast you saw, I actually saw that live when it happened. And I could remember thinking that it was like somebody shut off that woman's ability to speak, like mid-sentence. It was just crazy. But say what you want about conspiracy theorists, because I know some of them are so far out there, no amount of clapping will bring them back for where they went. But it's clips like that make me wonder, man. I mean, you know, did those newscasters really have strokes on live television like what was reported? Or did we just witness control technology in action? And that's how I started thinking about They Live, and that's what led to this project. They Still Live would be a one and done. I'm about to reveal spoilers because, you know, it's not like I'm ever going to have enough money to make this. So if you don't want to hear about how the film would end or what the twist would be or anything, just go ahead and skip to the conclusion. For everyone else, I'll spoil in 3, 2, 1. What we find out is that the Illuminati is real and that they're a group of humans. No aliens to be found. The twist would be for our heroes. Is it worth it to take out the Illuminati and destroy the alien technology, putting at risk the closest thing the planet has ever seen to world peace and betterness? And the sucker punch would be that the aliens, though gone, have been watching Earth ever since their evacuation. As the last survivor of the Illuminati lies dying, they return, and they offer her a choice. Die, or allow us to show you how to do what you tried to do correctly. So essentially, we'd be right back at part 1 if she chooses yes, creating the idea that maybe this is a cycle. And if it is, how long has it been going on? If she says no, I'd see the aliens leaving her and the Earth to their fates. The aliens have discovered other planets, better places, since they evacuated Earth. So they don't really need Earth, but why pass up a chance to get it back if the opportunity arises? Alright, let me shut up and go ahead and bring this episode to a close. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the teasers. I hope you enjoyed everything that was this project. I know the hidden message is cheesy, but that's how we get down over here at ZTV. I had a whole lot of fun doing this. I always have fun doing this type of stuff. This is kind of what I do here on ZTV. So this is not my official introduction video, but it kind of is. I guess I like to present myself through my work. So, all right, let me go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching.